Hi friends, myself K. Lakshmi, Assistant Professor in the Department of SNH, Chebrolu Engineering College. Topic: Formation of Spectra with Grating. In this session, I would like to share about what is the grating and formation of a spectrum with grating and grating spectrum. What are the missing orders in the grating, like that. First of all, once again, I repeat the definition of diffraction grating. Diffraction grating is an arrangement of a large number of parallel slits of an equal width and can be separated from one another by another with an equal opaque spaces on a glass plate. That means it can be made by ruling a large number of fine, equidistant and parallel lines on an optical plain glass plate with a diamond point. Ruling scatter the light and are effectively opaque, while an unruled parts transmit light and act as a slits. In the previous session, we already discussed about the how the Fraunhofer diffraction due to N slits, or it is also named as grating. Basing on that concept, this is the formula we have to derive in that case. So, this is an equation for principal maxima in a grating or formed in the direction is given by E plus D sin theta is equal to n lambda. Here E is called width of the slit and D is the opaque spacing between any two consecutive slits. Here the E plus D is called as the grating element and n is the order of the maxima and lambda is the wavelength of the light incident on the plate. For a given wavelength lambda, the angle of diffraction theta is different for different principal maximas in different orders. For a white light and for a particular order of n, the light of different wavelengths will be diffracted in different directions. That is means when we use a prism is exposed to a white light, it diffracts the different colors, that is simply named as spectrum. So the spectrum is formed with the help of a prism. The same like structure or the same like phenomena we can observe by using grating also. That means when a grating is exposed to a white light for a particular order of n, the light of different wavelengths will be diffracted in different directions. Longer the wavelength, greater is the angle of diffraction. So in each order, we will get a spectrum having as many lines as the wavelength in the light source. At the center, that is at theta is equal to 0, it gives maxima of all wavelengths. That means the light after abstractly also traveling a same direction. In that case, the theta value is 0. So here the different wavelengths of lights are coincide to form the central image of the same color as that the light source. Similarly, the principal maxima of wavelengths corresponding to n is equal to 1 will form the first order spectrum, and the principal maxima of all wavelengths corresponding to n is equal to 2 will form the second order spectrum, and so on. These cases, whatever we observed in the Fraunhofer diffraction due to n slits, so already in that class we discussed about that there exists at the central maxima at theta is equal to 0 on both sides of the central maxima there exist a number of principal maximas, that is first order principal maxima, second order principal maxima, like that. This is the figure represent the how the grating works, and it gives a spectrum. So this is the white light, and it is indicates the grating. Grating means it consisting of large number of slits. Whenever a white light incident on this wire grating, so here there is a light which travel in the same direction, whatever the light in the initial direction, and after grating also it travels in that direction. The white light again we observed on the screen as white light, because here there is no diffracted angle. That means the central image, whatever the light we have to use in the initial, that means before the grating, the light is same in the central image. But when you observe on the both sides of the central maxima, there exists a spectrum. So these spectrums are also in a order wise. So when you observe that this is the central image, on both sides of the central image they have two spectrum, that is the first order spectrum and second order spectrum. In the first order spectrum, the intensities or the wavelengths are different compared with the second order. That means the intensity or wavelength of the first order spectrum light is comparably high. So in the same way, on the another side of the central maxima, here also there exists a spectrums, first order spectrum, second order spectrum. So the spectrum colors are generally from violet to red. Here this is the first order spectrum we observed on the both sides of central maxima, and this is the second order spectrum on both sides of the central image. Whatever we discuss in the Fraunhofer diffraction due to n slits, that means on the both sides of the central maxima there exist first order principal maxima, second order principal maxima. That is the condition we have to observe in Fraunhofer diffraction due to n slit. The same phenomena here also we observed with the help of a white light is exposed on a grating. So this is about grating spectrum. And what are the important characteristics of grating spectrum? So the spectrum of different orders situated symmetrically on both sides of the zero order. Whatever here we discussed that. So this is the zero order. So on both sides of the zero order there exist different orders symmetrically, and spectral lines are almost straight and quite sharp. The spectral colors are in the order of violet to red. That's why here we discussed that a spectrum. So violet to red colors are formed. The spectral lines are more dispersed as we go to high orders. That means the intensity of the light as high order is gradually decreases. Most of the incident intensity goes to zero order and rest is distributed among the other orders. So what are the maximum number of orders formed by grating? Once again we discuss this diagram. So when you observe on both sides of the zero order, here there exist only two orders, the first order and second order. Then how many orders will be formed between these grating? They can be obtained by this formula. As we know the principal maxima condition, that is E plus D sin theta is equal to n lambda. From this n formula we can written as E plus D sin theta by lambda. So the maximum angle of diffraction is 90 degrees. So the number of orders are formed below the 90 degrees only. That means beyond the grating we cannot observe the spectrum. So that means the grating, that is this is the grating and this is the zero order. So we have to observe only spectrum between these angle, So here the angle is 90 degrees. So the number of spectrums are formed below this 90 degrees. So that is the maximum angle of diffraction. So about the this condition only the maximum number of orders are formed. So the angle of diffraction is maximum 90 degrees. Now substitute the value of theta in this formula, that is theta is equal to 90 degrees. That is we get the maximum possible orders. So by substituting sin 90 value is equal to 1. So e plus d sin 90 by lambda. So e plus d into e plus d by lambda. Here the sin 90 value is equal to 1. So the maximum number of orders possible by using grating is e plus d by lambda. With the help of we can find the what are the number of orders possible by taking any grating, by knowing the values of e plus d of the grating, that means grating element, and by knowing the value of monochromatic light wavelength lambda. Now here we substitute this in this formula, we get the value of how many maximum number of orders are possible. For example, consider a grating having a grating element which is less than the twice the wavelength of the incident light. That means E plus D is small compared with twice the wavelength. That means twice means 2, so 2 lambda. Now the maximum number of orders possible means, as we know the formula, n maxima is equal to E plus D by lambda. Now here substitute the E plus D value as a 2 lambda. So 2 lambda by lambda here. By simple cancellation lambda and lambda. So we get the value of lambda. That means the possible orders are less than 2. So that means we confirmly write the orders are first order is formed. So this is about the how the orders are possible by using grating. Now absent spectrum with a diffraction grating. This is very important concept. So whenever we discuss in the diffraction grating spectrum, some of the spectrums are absent. So what are the absent spectrums? So sometimes it happens that the first order spectrum is clearly visible, second order is not visible, again third order is visible. That is the second order is absent, and so on. This happens when for a given angle of diffraction theta. That means depending upon the theta value, some of the spectrums are absent. So the path difference between the diffracted rays from the two extreme ends of one slit is equal to an integral multiple of lambda. Suppose the path difference is lambda, then each slit can be considered to be made up of two halves. So the path difference between the secondary waves from the corresponding points in the two halves will be lambda by 2. Now they will cancel one another, resulting zero intensity. In that case we cannot observe the second order. But this condition is not suitable for third order. That means again we third order is visible. So in this case the second order is absent spectrum. We know that in case of grating, principal maxima are obtained in the direction is given by E plus D sin theta is equal to N lambda. Also in case of a single slit, the condition for minima is E sin theta is equal to M lambda. If the both conditions are satisfied simultaneously, at particular maximum of order n will be missing in the grating spectrum. That means both cases are equal. Now dividing above two equations, we have E plus D sin theta by E sin theta is equal to N lambda by M lambda. By simple calculation of a sin theta in the denominator and numerator, and the similar way lambda is also cancelled. So finally we get the formula for absent spectrum is E plus D by E is equal to n by m. As we know the grating element and the number of orders and also the minimum equation, now finally we get the condition for absent spectra. For example, if the width of the rolling is equal to width of the slit, that means as we know width of the slit is indicated by the letter E and slit, the distance between the two slits is indicated by the letter small d. So in this case, as width of the rolling is equal to width of the slit, that means E value is equal to d. Now substitute in the formula, that is E plus d, that is E plus E by E is equal to n by m. How we get the n by m value? That is here there is a formula, E plus d by E is equal to n by m. Now substitute the d is equal to E in this formula, that is E plus E, that is 2E. So 2E by E cancel 2. So 2 is equal to n by m. Therefore the order n can be written as 2m. So here the second order spectrum will be missed. Thank you.